Okay, then just send her the money. What? You should send the money to her account. You know she's having a tough time. You gave her most of your paycheck, didn't you? I don't think that's needed. You're so cold. My name is Brenda. I'm 32 years old, and I work at a tax office in Tall. My husband, Luis, is 2 years younger than me. We met at the bar where he worked, and we became friends. After a year of dating, we got married. Luis had a very different childhood. He grew up in an institution and didn't have a father. He lived with his mother and grandmother until he was 10, when they both disappeared. He's been living in an institution ever since. He doesn't like talking about his past, and I didn't want to pressure him, so I never asked. When we got married, my parents asked if I was okay with our different backgrounds. I told them I loved him, and that there was no issue, which was true, but I wasn't completely sure. Luis is quiet but caring and gentle. I thought we could support each other forever, but after 2 years of marriage, things started to go wrong. It all started when my mother-in-law suddenly showed up. It was an emotional reunion. She and Luis were crying a lot, but when I saw them crying together at the door of our apartment, I didn't feel moved. Instead, I thought she was a selfish mother. I'm sorry, I've been dealing with money problems and didn't want to involve you. I know, I've been looking for you for a long time. I didn't know how to tell you, especially after I lost my house, but I'm glad we finally met. Yeah, me too. Luis seemed really happy to see her again, but I couldn't understand how she could just leave him when he needed her most. She was irresponsible. If she was being chased by debt collectors, how could she not think about that when she left? I don't get it. Sometimes I picture her being chased by people and abandoning her child. She looks like she's trying too hard to stay young, wearing clothes too young for her. She doesn't seem like a good mother. But I shouldn't judge by looks, I told myself. Luis is so happy to see her, I should be happy for them. I just need to accept it, I thought. It was nice to meet you today. I hope we can see each other again. I'm sure we will. Thanks, but I don't know if I can come back. Why not? I don't have anywhere to stay right now. Oh, I see. Luis looked at me. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that. It's not right to just tell him I don't have a place to stay. If you care about your kids, you wouldn't want to make their lives harder. I don't think this kind of thinking applies to a mother who just disappeared. Luis gave me a look like he wanted me to say yes. Ugh, I don't like it, but there's no proof she did it on purpose. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I should help. I looked at Luis to show I agreed. Mom, come live with us. Really? Thank you. That was fast. Do you even know how to pretend? This is suspicious. Thanks so much. From now on, we're going to live together. It seems like she moved in without any guilt. Since she came, Luis tries hard to take care of her, even though he looks unhappy. I thought maybe he wanted to give her what he never had as a child. 2 weeks after his mom moved in, the real her started to show. It happened when Luis went shopping, and I had a late shift. It was the first time we were alone together. So, you're a tax accountant? Yes. You must have saved a lot of money. Oh, I hate talking about this. You act different when Luis isn't here. He loves me, you know that. He won't believe anything you say about me. By the way, you're working, right? Lend me some money. I don't want to. Come on, you have money. You should lend it to people in need like me. It's good for the economy. I've never heard that before. That's why people today are no good. You don't know anything about the world. Just give me the money. I'm not going to. After that, whenever we were alone, it was always this kind of talk. Luis's mom planned it so I couldn't tell him anything. I didn't want to cause a fight, so I just stayed quiet. I tried to be patient, but after a month, I was ready to ask her to leave. Then, to my surprise, she said she was leaving. This is a blessing I never expected. Mom, are you really leaving? Yeah, I can't stay with you and Brenda forever. We're not that kind of people. Can't you stay with us forever? Us? Stop with the drama. I'm happy. Thanks. I found a new apartment. They said I don't need a guarantor. I won't bother you anymore. That's great. Come on, I'll show you. It's just a 5-minute walk. Luis nervously followed his mom. After that, I started losing trust in him. Since his mom showed up, he started ignoring me. My love for him, who always put his mom first, started fading. We followed her to the apartment and were shocked. It was a really shady place. It was probably a famous haunted house. Luis looked at his mom with tears in his eyes. Mom, let's go back home. It's okay, I'm fine here, just come visit if you can. His mom moved out the next day, but I realized it was all part of her plan. She tricked Luis. Hey, Brenda, can you help my mom somehow? Why should I? You saw that apartment, don't you feel sorry for her? Yes, that was all part of her plan. She's trying to get money from us, and I'm not giving her any. Luis doesn't see it. I'm not giving your mom any money. Why not? Because she's renting an apartment, which means she has money. She works somewhere. She doesn't work, she volunteers at a nursing home. Volunteering? That's a lie. I don't believe she's volunteering. I can't even think about it. What do you mean? Nothing. Anyway, I'm not paying for it. Luis looked at me coldly. Brenda, you're fine as long as it works for you, right? What do you mean by that? Brenda, you make more money than I do, and now you think I should listen to you? What are you talking about? When did I say that? It's in your attitude, Mom even said. Brenda is a little scary. I bet she left because of you. I'm going to cry. What did he even see in me? You don't get it. Now you blame everything on me. You don't even understand your mom. Have you thought about what I've been through since she showed up? Don't try to make me feel guilty. After that big argument, everything between us fell apart. We didn't talk for days, but a few days later, I got a call from Luis. I picked up to see what was going on. You're at work, right? Yeah. I'm really sorry, but, I need you to visit my mom. Why? Mom hurt her leg. She's having a hard time. She would really appreciate it if you could be there for her. I can't leave work today because a vendor is coming, so it would mean a lot if you could go. Okay, I'll come after work, thanks. I sighed deeply after hanging up. Even though things were bad between us, Luis still called me when it was about his mom. It made me feel empty. I pulled the divorce papers from the drawer and stared at them. Maybe it's time to end this. After work, I went to the house. You're late. My mother-in-law's leg is wrapped up. How is she now? Not well, that's why you're here. Make me some tea. She ordered me around and sat on the sofa, limping. I reluctantly made the tea. Why is this passbook here? I saw the passbook at the back of the cupboard. I glanced at my mother-in-law, who was watching TV, and quietly picked it up to look. Oh no, I said without thinking. Shut up, I can't hear the TV. How long does it take to make tea? She didn't notice and kept complaining while watching TV. I looked around and noticed her collection of nice teacups and dishes. Everything started to make sense. Here's your tea, I'm leaving now. What are you talking about? Where's dinner? Why don't you make it yourself? You can pay for it. I don't think I should. You have plenty of money, Mother. When my mother-in-law saw the passbook, she jumped up. That's mine, don't you dare not give it back. I'm much taller than her, and there was no way she could reach the passbook. I walked straight to the door while she glared at me. Oh, I thought you broke your leg. You were limping just now. Just give it back to me. I left her house. When I got home, Luis greeted me. Thanks for helping. My mom must have been in a lot of pain. No, she was perfectly fine. No, she couldn't be. She must have been feeling down. So, did you give her the money? From his expression, he hadn't heard anything from his mom. What money? You didn't give me any money. Don't you feel sad when you see her pain? She really needs money, so I thought you'd help her. So you want me to give her money? Luis sighed heavily. Fine, just transfer the money. What? You should send it to her account. You know she's struggling. You gave her most of your salary, didn't you? I don't think that's necessary. You're such a cold person. I thought you'd understand when you saw her in pain. I've spent too much time thinking about this. What have you been thinking about? That your mom's pretending to be weak. You're not nice at all, so this is the only way she can get what she wants. I don't know what else to say. I threw the passbook at my husband. Look at this. Do you still think she's poor? Wake up. What do you mean? Why does she have $70 million? I don't know. She has money, but she's still trying to take more from us. Come on, face it. She left you when you needed her most, and now, out of nowhere, she wants to live with us. Then, she keeps asking for money, not just from you, but from me too. She asks for money when you're not here. What makes you think this is the kind of person you should protect? She's just a con artist. If you still want to protect her, I won't say anything, but I want a divorce. I'm done. You don't believe me, and you even try to turn this around on me. You and your mother are the same, living in that awful house and trying to take money from me. You're just like her. I probably forgot some things I wanted to say, but that's okay. I don't understand how my husband could believe in his mom so much. He had been waiting for her for so long, but I couldn't tell him that she didn't love him and just used him. After that, we divorced. I didn't get alimony, which was my choice. I didn't want to take money from him after his mother tricked him out of money, and of course, there was no shared property. We agreed to keep our savings separate. A month later, Luis was waiting for me outside my office. I told him to just tell me what he needed. He told me something unbelievable. My mom got arrested for theft and fraud. She'd been asking elderly people at the nursing home for their PIN numbers and passbooks. Their families found out and reported her. She's in jail now, and she got arrested again after more crimes were discovered. Luckily, the money she tried to take from you was safe. It was returned to the victims. Luis apologized to me and then left. It was so sad to see him walk away. That was the end of my short marriage, but I'm glad it ended. The dark side of Luis was too much for me. I hope to find someone I can really be with someday. I think I'm done with marriage for now. I'm more focused on my career. I'll work harder and maybe even open my own office someday. That's my new goal. The way his mother was obsessed with money, and how Luis dealt with it, was heartbreaking. Parents really shape their children, don't they? Luis is a victim of his mom. I hope he finds happiness. Thank you for watching until the end. Please subscribe if you liked this. See you next time.